Guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video. Hope you are all right. We are going to have a quick look at BTC, and after that I have a big warning and an idea that I want to tell you about stable coins. If you like the content, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, click on the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share this video with your friends if you think it is useful. Also feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Those links are also in the description. Without further ado, let's start diving in. BTC USD on the 1 hour. And I said already yesterday and the days before, if we are going higher, do not preset any short orders at the golden pocket order 78.6 because there is not so much resistance above us to eventually 28,000. Well, we got the pump up and then we just consolidated there for a few hours, and now we just have a very slow grind to the upside, and this looks absolutely like a parabolic run, ones that we have seen already many times before. The eventually just goes slower and faster, and then it just ends with a mega candle to the upside. What is the level that I'm looking out for? My first really bigger resistance would be 28,700. If we're zooming out, that is actually where really the traffic starts. Doesn't mean that we're right away going to stop, but you can see that this was here at the time an important bottom for the cluster of trading that we had over here, and eventually to go up all the way to 32,000. That would actually be then kind of the area that also nicely coincides with these weeks, the area where I would really be looking to to kind of top out or to find a lot of resistance, but it could already start off with approximately 28,700. Also, yesterday, let's quickly zoom in again. We talked about possible SFP if we do not stop here at the golden pocket, of course. And also that did not happen at all. As you can see here, hourly was just higher. Also, if we zoom in really into 5-minute candles, it is the blue line on the top of the screen right here. It was we hit it a few times, but not really clear SFP. So we're just marching higher and higher. Where this is going to end, I have absolutely no idea. We are getting overbought on a lot of time frames already, but being overbought doesn't mean a thing. Once you have a real bull run. Also something, I didn't take it, but this was a bearish divergence here on the 12 minutes. I think it also appeared in a few other time frames. I didn't take it because the market structure was just higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So I was just a little afraid of taking it, and also it was really in the middle of nowhere. It was above the 78.6 and above the golden pocket. I thought if this will give us a move down, it will be a very weird place to do so. It's underneath the top and above the golden pocket 78.6. Weird place. So thank God I didn't do it. Let's see if we can finally reverse here. Then quickly to the bigger time frames. To be honest, yesterday when I looked at the chart for the last time, I thought finally this money flow is going to roll over. We're going to the red and going to cool off. And you can see just before, and now we are really climbing again with the money flow, and also the RSIs are here coming together. Usually that has some follow through, that signals strength. So I wouldn't be surprised if we eventually later today really get that pump to 28, 29, 30k. And then let's quickly also look at the 4 hourly. A lot of green candles here in a row. One nice setup that we could be making, something I'm really keeping an eye on, and that is a bearish divergence here. You can see momentum wave. If at least we are topping out here, could then roll over. Then we have a big bearish divergence, and then to finally cool off. Yesterday also said here RSIs together. Usually they stay together somewhere between 30 and 50 candles. We are right now 22 candles in, so that would mean that somewhere in the weekend this would then maybe eventually decouple and then loses the strength. That could of course be something like this. Let's say that this is the top, we're going lower and eventually here making a lower high, and then to cool off if we do not first pump to 28 or 29. If we do pump higher, of course still same scenario, then you want to see a quick pump up or something like this, where the price goes higher and then maybe retest it and then go lower. But of course this momentum wave cannot be higher than this momentum wave, then you don't have a bullish divergence, so that's very important. But that is still something that I'm looking out for. We barely had a retracement now in the move all the way down from here, from 20,000 to now 26,000. We're talking about more than 30%, 34, 35% for even more. So a little bit of a retrace. That actually would be nice. We have now again a higher high, but we now also want to confirm a higher low to have this continuous bull trend. And of course, I'm still also looking out for this trumpet that we kind of made in, so a broadening wedge. So where the price comes in and then low, high, low, and then eventually do something like this and then break out. That is still something that I'm looking out for. So a little bit messy, but it's a little bit tricky. I would not really enter a long right now. Even if we get the pump, I first want to see a retrace then on the smaller time frames. Maybe to the VWAP actually, that would be very nice. Maybe VWAP and then eventually to, wow, that's a mess. To VWAP and then eventually maybe to go higher. That VWAP has already been support multiple times today, so that actually would be super nice. Then quickly to the stable coins, and this is super serious. This is a tweet from CZ, Binance, saying that everything that's going on with stablecoins and the banks, Binance has decided to convert the remaining $1 billion that was in the Industry Recovery Initiative Fund from the Binance stablecoin into crypto like Bitcoin, Binance Coin, and ETH. This is major, and this is most likely also why BTC has been pumping up so tremendously, because they are not leveraged traders. If the exchange is buying, then they're buying spot, and spot buying is what drives price. So once that came out, that was, if I'm not mistaken, March 13, so they most likely bought here already, and then they're just buying up, and then you can see eventually retails take over and then goes higher. And so the price, the move to the upside is most likely being driven by just spot buying. With that being said, why would I do that? Well, there is of course a lot going on with the banks and with the stable coins, but I read a report earlier this week that said that the writer of the report wouldn't be surprised if stablecoins are getting announced to be illegal, forbidden, and need to be taken off exchanges by governments. You could be asking yourself, is something like that even possible? Yes, it absolutely is, because these stablecoins like Binance or Tether or whatever are being produced by companies. Those companies are a central entity. They have owners that is most likely registered in the Chamber of Commerce. So governments can just shut it down by law. And why would a government do that? Well, they already said a few times that they are concerned about stablecoins. And a stablecoin, of course, is just a competitor of the dollar, the euro, whatever. But if they can just ban them or declare them illegal by law, then they're kind of wiped out right away from the playfield. You cannot declare Bitcoin or Ethereum illegal because it's more like it's decentralized, for example, for Bitcoin, but Ethereum is more like a network, and also a lot of companies and governments are interested in a network of ETH to build on there. So that would not make a lot of sense. But everything that carries stablecoin would then be declared illegal. If that happens, then of course billions of dollars around the world will go out of stablecoins into maybe cash, euro, dollar, yen, pound, or Bitcoin, Ethereum. I really think if this eventually happens, and I think CZ knows more than we do because we are just retail traders, if that happens, or BTC skyrockets to the moon because everyone will convert their BUSD, Tether, USDC all to Bitcoin and Ethereum and other crypto, or everything will tank and there's panic and everyone would panic sell. I am not trying to spread any FUD here. I just want to give you a warning that I feel like, especially also when I read the report, there is a lot behind the scenes going on about stablecoins. I wouldn't be surprised if something happens something happens this year with the stablecoins, maybe being banned, maybe there's a limit of what you can carry, whatever, but just be careful. And I know some of you only trade Bitcoin versus Tether or USDC, So therefore they're holding a lot of stable coins. So just be careful that you don't only have those stable coins. I barely have almost nothing. So most of my crypto is really in Bitcoin and Ethereum. So the majors, just like CC is doing, and with the Tether, yeah, you know, it's nice to have it. But for me, I really believe long-term in Bitcoin and Ethereum. So therefore, if I make a trade and I win, then I also getting more Bitcoin and Ethereum. For me, it's a long-term game. So that is kind of the big warning that I want to give out. If you have any news about this, if you know more, if you think I'm completely wrong, please let me know in the comments, because if we just from one day or another getting an announcement for, let's say, the Fed or the US government or the European Union saying we are going to ban by date XYZ all stable coins and it's illegal to have them, you betcha that there is going to be a major chaos, and then prices, like I said, or completely dump down or will skyrocket because everything needs to be converted. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Also, when you're down there, anyways, like, subscribe, click on the bell, click, and also if you don't miss anything, leave me a comment, share the video with your friends if you think this is useful, and feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you guys so much. Have a good weekend. See you next one. Bye bye.